Happy Wednesday, guys. Okay, I am sitting down and I am starting some seeds. I live here in Michigan, the northern lower part of Michigan, and our growing season is very short here. I can't plant anything outside until June 1st, and my garden goes until probably mid-September if I'm lucky. So if I can get some seeds started indoors, it just helps out greatly. So I'm doing that today, and I figured I would turn on the camera because I promised some of you that I would show you how I do it. I have my finished products over here. Right now I'm working on tomatoes. These are way.So seeds, so these are going to go right into the garden, so I won't be messing with those. But these are the ones that I'm going to start off today. So this is how I do it. I have a little stack next to me of paper towels. I get the paper towels that are cut in half. So I've got that. I've got some baggy storage bags, and of course my seeds. I've got a black magic marker, some tape, spray bottles. This one is for Mina because she's helping me, and then a big one for me. So here we go. 2 paper towels. The first paper towel, I'm gonna go ahead and spray and make it pretty wet. Now I don't want it so wet that the paper towel is going to rip, but I want it pretty damp. And then the second one, I'm gonna just slightly damp. This one's gonna be a bit drier. Okay. You don't want it soaking wet because your seeds can actually mold if it's too wet, but you want them pretty damp. And then what I do is I go ahead and I'm going to pick my seeds and I'm going to open them up here. These are going to be the large red cherry tomatoes, and there's 25 seeds in here. Majority of my seeds come from M.I. Gardner. I just love his seeds. They did really well for me last year, and I had about a 98% success rate on germinating his seeds. So there's only a few that didn't take or didn't wake up. So I'm gonna open up my envelope, and then on the lower half of my paper towel, I'm just gonna sprinkle very lightly because I don't want these bouncing around and I don't wanna lose any. I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle them out here. I don't want them on the edge of the paper towel, but I also don't want them on top of each other. So once in a while, one will get away, just plop him back on. And then kind of move them around, get them from the edge. I just don't ever want to lose any off the edge. So make sure they're kind of in the center and make sure that they're not bunched up. And you want them each to have a fighting chance here to wake up. Okay, so once I have them, let's see if you can see that. Once I have them all spread out, you're going to go ahead and take your paper towel and fold it in half, and then just gently tap down on it. Okay. And then we're going to pick that up. We're going to gently place it. Try to do this one-handed. And then we're going to go ahead and tap that down. So you want to make sure it's nice and damp. If you need just another little splash there, you can add a little splash. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and get a baggie. Okay, kind of drawing my area a little bit here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to write down what this is. So this is large red cherry tomato. Okay. And then we're going to open this up. And carefully and gently, we're going to go ahead and just slide our paper towel right inside. Okay. Now I seal them up for right now, just because I'm working at the table, and just in case the kids knock a baggie off the table, they'll be protected. But when I put these in my bucket, which I will show you when I'm all done, I will open these back up just so that they can breathe. All right, and then what I do is I go ahead and I'm gonna tape the envelope right here, the little packet, so that I remember what this is and what this is supposed to look like. as these, as I check on these and as these germinate and when I plant them, just so I can refer back to them. So there we have it. And then I just go ahead and add it to my pile, and then I'm gonna keep going here. So I am starting 8 different types of tomato plants this year. I'm not going to be growing all of them. Well, I might grow all the varieties, but I'm not growing all the germinated seeds that I end up getting. I do plan on selling my seeds this year. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna want to grow some of their own food with everything that's going on in the world right now. And there are gonna be people that don't have the time to do this, or you know, find no joy in doing this. So I'm gonna do it for them and get them started, so that all they have to do is plant their little tomato plants, and they can grow their own food this year. So, all right, the Chadwick cherry tomato, there's 25 seeds in here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those out. And kind of scatter them around. And get those done like that. I'm gonna go ahead and fold that and lightly tap. Lightly tap, and then just make sure that's nice and moist there. Okay, and then I'm gonna write down what it is. Chadwick cherry tomato. Okay, that up. Now I'm going to be starting my tomatoes, my peppers, and I will probably start my my herbs as well. Herbs do really well in a little bit cooler temp here, so I should be able to plant those hopefully outside in April or May when they start taking, which should be probably around my birthday, which is around the early part of May. So I'm going to start all of those today, and then when I get all of these done, I will show you the container I put them in, and yeah, I'll show you the next step that I do. Right. So I did not start all of my seeds, all of them, the ones that I'm going to direct sow, including some of the flowers and some of the herbs that need to go right into soil. I will do that when I get my grow station built. But peppers, tomatoes, and a few herbs are now in here. So what I did is I just put them in a shoebox. Okay, and then, you know, they're all labeled and they're all opened just so that they can get some air. And I have them all stacked in here. And so then what I do is I go ahead and I use a heating pad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay my heating pad down towards the center of this here. Okay, and I'm going to plug it in on the other plug across the kitchen when I do plug it in. So I'm going to spin this around. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and just cover that up. And then I'm going to lay my bucket on here. Okay, and this is the method that I used last year with the heating pad, and it worked really well for me. I don't leave it on. I just periodically turn it on, let it sit for about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, and then I shut it off just to keep it warm. I do use a dark towel because I want to also keep it dark. So warm and dark is what worked for me, and this is how I do it. So I kept them next to my bed, actually under my nightstand, just because it was a really dark place and the kids couldn't mess with them. You can slide them under your bed if they'll fit under your bed, and anything like that. So whatever works for you. So I will be checking on these daily just to keep an eye on them. Usually takes, you know, I mean, some can germinate as quickly as 3 days. Some take a week. I know some of my tomato plants, or with some of my pepper plants, I think it was last year, that took about a week to germinate. So it all depends. So this is how I do it. I figured I would film it. This is what worked for me really well last year. Doesn't have to be the right way, the wrong way, it's just my way. So I hope this was helpful to some of you who are new to gardening or have never germinated seeds before. It's a lot of fun. This to me is the fun part. I like to see what takes and what doesn't. And what will happen is they will bust out of their seed. You'll see like a little, I don't want to say a vine, but a little seedling bursts from the seed. And then once that happens, I will take tweezers. I will pick them up and off the paper towel and plant them in dirt in little seedling cups. And then we'll plant them. And I was really successful with this method last year, so I'm going to do it again this year. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I will try my very best to answer them. I'm no gardening professional. I'm still a noob. But you know, if something works for you, stick with it. So I'm sticking with it this year. And if you're interested, let me know down in the comment section if you want me to do a follow-up video on this and let you see what it looks like once they germinate and how I plant them in dirt. Let me know. I will make a video. If I don't get a lot of responses, then I know that you guys aren't really interested in this, and I'll just keep it with something else. So let me know. Right now this is bringing me joy in a crazy world, and I'm hoping all of you are doing well, and I'm hoping you are all, while you're home, finding something joyful to do. So all right guys, I'll be seeing you soon.